Some audiophiles at one time or the other have wanted to try out or already have monoblock setups, biamplification setups, or even triamped or even quad amplified their passive speakers with very short speaker wires in order to attain good sound. But with passive speakers, being that they're fed external amplification, this amplified signal has to pass through a passive crossover inside the speaker where power loss happens, where intermodular distortion seeps in, resulting in your passive speakers producing sound that is not quite faithful to the original signal. This is one of the main reasons many of the pros in music recording industry use active speakers, where the amplification of the driver happens after the line stage signal is split by an active crossover. After this stage, each driver is directly powered by the shortest signal path by a dedicated, well-matched amplifier. The Acoustic Energy AE1 is one such speaker that is truly active, unlike the many so-called active speakers in the hi-fi market today. Let's talk about what's inside the AE1 Actives and how they sound. The Acoustic Energy AE1 speakers retail for $1,800 USD in the gloss piano black or piano white finishes. But this gorgeous walnut finish costs $200 more for the pair. Each speaker has a fully analog active crossover, after which the incoming signal gets amplified by dedicated Class AB amps. A 50-watt amp powers the 5-inch ceramic aluminum midwoofer, and another 50-watt amplifier powers the aluminum dome 1-inch tweeter. Behind each speaker, you will have a plus or minus 2 dB bass and treble trims, RCA or XLR inputs from your source or preamps, a volume control to match the gain structure of your preamp, and an IEC power inlet. I must say that I approached these speakers with a little bit of skepticism when I saw their frequency rating at 42 Hz to 28 kHz at plus or minus 6 dB. I mean, looking at these petite beauties, you would be hesitant to believe that they can output much bass. More on that very soon. During listening, my main source was my Riga P10 turntable with the Koitsu Black moving coil cartridge, Manley Chinook phono, and the Musical Fidelity M6 preamp. The other source is my Lin LP12 table with an iTalk LV2 tone arm fitted with an Audio-Technica OC9 XSL moving coil cartridge, Hi-Fi Zen phono stage, and a Bryson SP1 preamp. I use the AE1s on Acoustic Energy's matching stands with the piano walnut inserts. These are beautifully made 26-inch tall stands. I believe these retail for $700 USD. This album by Jennifer Warnes is called Famous Blue Raincoat, the songs of Leonard Cohen. This album was originally recorded and released in 1987. This particular version is a really good reissue by Impex Records. Track 1 is called First We Take Manhattan. Stevie Ray Vaughan plays lead guitar on this one. The lead guitar sounds amazingly smooth and open with beautiful tone via the AE1s. Jennifer Warnes' voice sounds amazing, very present in the room. The AE1's detailed reproduction makes you admire the way her voice is mixed in and out at various points of the track. The subtle decays, the reverb from the recording venue, the 3D enveloping effect of the keyboards, and best of all, the bass surprised me. I loved the punch and definition from these little guys. The fourth song on this album is Joan of Arc. The opening lead guitar sounds big, really wide soundstage extending beyond the width of the physical location of the speakers on their stands. The bass from the kick drum and the bass guitar is stunningly powerful, and it's very well defined. I was really surprised at how impactful and terse the bass sounded via these AE1s. Leonard Cohen joins Jennifer Warnes in singing the duet, and their vocals sound sublime. The percussion effects from cymbals and hi-hats sounded very realistic, like a wooden stick hitting metal, tonally full, open, and airy. The other thing I appreciated about the AE1s is their transparency. They clearly highlighted how different my different setups sound. Via the Riga P10, the sound was open, agile, and very dynamic. Via the LP12 setup, the same tracks sounded warm, smooth, a comforting sort of sound. While bass was clearly very impactful and well defined in my medium-sized listening room upstairs, which is my secondary music system, the AE1s did quite well in my large main listening room as well. This is the speaker for music enthusiasts that prefer enjoying music from the finest sources instead of obsessing over amplifier matching. Now, comparing the AE1s to the AE309s, they're similarly priced. From memory, these AE1s sound just as beautiful in the highs and the mids. Now, the bigger AE309 models do have more bass heft given their bigger size and drivers when powered well. But again, the bass from these AE1s will really surprise you given their form factor. You will be just as impressed as I am if you can go to your local dealer and ask for an addition. If you're near Southeast Michigan or anywhere in Ohio, go check out these AE1s in action at No Noise Hi-Fi located at 4470 Monroe Street in Toledo. If you haven't watched my Acoustic Energy speaker videos, I'll post some video cards up here and I invite you to watch them now.